all FC vocals last night. All right, here we go. Your Hopkins Royals come in at 3-1-1. It's our first district game of the year against Armstrong-Cooper. Not sure what their record is to start on this early season. Ben Taryn moves the puck up off the boards. Jack Berry had a hat trick against Blaine on Thursday. All three of our goals had a stick on it. Schwarzenegger steps up out the line, and Armstrong is offsides. In the net tonight is Ty. Ty in his third start of the season. Sometimes hard to tell Ty and Luke apart other than the size. They got similar gear, same pads, same gloves, and same hockey stick. Schwarzenegger moves it up to Elder and can't connect. Pitzel breaks it up there at the blue line, and Armstrong swings back the other way right in front of us. Walter with a nice physical play, rubs out number 36, and a battle ensues on the boards. Pitzel's got it there, and he'll look to move it up with his left-handed blade. Skitters up to center ice. And Armstrong swings it wide across the blue line. Pitzel's got it with some speed and loses the handle, and Armstrong clogs up the blue line. Nolan gets it back up to the blue line here, and then we'll swing it back the other way. Walter with a tough body check, and they're going to call that for some reason. That's Bantam hockey, and I'm not sure how that's a penalty. They're going to call a charge. That's a clean check in any league I've been at. Tough call on Walter. I think a girl player there, and that's just a terrible call. Yeah, they can check, and that was a clean check, and you hit a girl, and they didn't like it. That was a terrible, terrible call. Preston on the draw. Flanagan moves it up to his wingmate. He'll step it in and shoot on Ty. He'll get a hold right into the chest. Really can't understand that call. That's hockey. It was a clean check, arms down. She was playing the puck, and the ref took exception to a hard hit, I guess. Quick draw, another quick shot goes wide of the cage. Armstrong plays it in deep into the slot. Puck's wide open in front of the net. Ty makes a nice save right on the edge of the net there. Beautiful save by Ty. And again, I don't know why we keep using these post moorings. We got different moorings for the posts, and these nets come off constantly with these moorings. We got to make sure we put the right ones in. Ty's spraying it down with his water bottle there. Beautiful save on the post by Ty. That was a high chance shot, wide open. Elder is trying to kill off some time here. Barry gives chase. He'll put some pressure on in the Armstrong-Cooper zone. And the wingers come back up the other way. Number 32 with some speed on Sam Schwarzenegger. Deep far out shot, can't connect. Sorry about the angles here. I can't figure out why it's tilted. Jack picks up the guy coming in, and Elder will sweep it away. Armstrong regroups in their own end, moves it D to D, and they'll fire it up into the ref skates. Right to Haney's blade. Haney moves it up, and we chip that out with Connor. Barry can feed a pressure. Isaacs with his first touch of the day. Haney makes a couple of moves, can't gather it, and then there's Soren. They'll dump it all the way down on net. 35 seconds remaining to the charging call. The Walter, a questionable call, but they're neither here nor there. We're a minute and a half in now. Hits the Armstrong blade as he was hopping onto the ice and slowed down the puck. Armstrong moves it all the way up to center ice. Williams gathers for them. Comes across the blue line, and Nolan does a nice job stepping up to disrupt that play. Armstrong will have a chance here in front of the net, but we're able to clear it out. Soren with a nice backhand, and we'll try and flip it out. We can't, and they're offsides at the line. .11:47 remaining, first period. Ramsey on the draw. Armstrong chips it in. Isaac gathers. Hard stop behind Ty. Continues to maintain possession, killing time, and now we're full strength here. We'll see if we can get our guy onto the ice. Preston with a lot of speed coming out of our zone. Makes a couple of moves and loses the handle there. Got to get that puck deep, boys. And we're just offsides at the line, about a couple inches. Move that puck, boys. Move that puck. Preston on the draw. And we're offsides to the line by about a half a step. We'll retry. Armstrong pumps that up to center ice. Gets lost in Isaac's skate and then hits Ramsey's blade and comes out to center ice. Trying to regather ourselves here. Wyatt tries to put a check on number 36, Dungan. They bottle us back up in our zone. We can't seem to get it through, and finally Schwarzenegger just says enough, punches it out. Wyatt will get a change. On comes Taryn. Sam with the move over to Taryn. We lose it right at the blue line. They got a 2-on-2 coming the other way, and they lose the handle quickly. Connor, no worries. He plays that right back up the boards, and Ben Taryn will push it deep into the Armstrong zone. No shots on goal yet for your Hopkins Royals. Got to wait here to be on size. Connor with some patience. Nice job by Connor. We fire it in deep. A little stick fighting there. No one can seem to get a handle of the puck. And Armstrong's able to wheel it out to center ice. 10 minutes remaining, first period, all Armstrong so far. We killed off successfully a first penalty of the game. Walter just moved that up to Jake. Jack puts on pressure. Nice job by Armstrong to not have too many men on the ice there. No ice here. Jake will be able to win the puck race. He does. And he loses a handle there in the corner. Walter pinches. Sends it towards the net. One shot on goal there. Another shot. Goalie gathered that one. Still in front of the net in the slot. Jack Barry with the shot. Up off the post. Jack looking for his fourth goal in a row for your Hopkins Royals. Just about connected. It went up off the post, went wide of the net. A lot of good pressure here by this line. All started with a good forecheck by Jake, pushing it deep into the winger's zone. Connor picks that up at the blue line. Hard shot blocked by Riley. Jack with a hard move, gathers. Still fighting for the puck. Soren gets his stick pinched at the Zamboni boards there. They got a high stick, they wave it off. And Armstrong wings behind their goalie. Walter with a nice step up at the blue line there and some consistent pressure by your Royals. Finally, Armstrong chips it out to center ice. We go D to D. Barry's going to get a line change here. Connor loses it. On comes Preston. Up to Jake on the sideboard. Jake over to Soren. Soren just wide of the net as he got clogged up going through the slot. Boys starting to settle down a little bit here as Isaac plays out on that center ice. Connor steps up. Great play by Connor to put the body check on coming into the zone. Armstrong finds a way to move it back wing to wing. Deep outside shot well wide of the net. Preston and Armstrong go down. Puck's chipped into our zone. Isaac's going to gather that and take a look. Hard to stop there behind Ty. He gets pulled down, no call. Oh, a tough play right up in front of the net. Ty with a great glove save. Gave the puck away right in the slot. Ty jumped out front, got his glove up on that, and we'll push it up to center ice here with Wyatt. Wyatt falls off at his feet, and Armstrong backs some speed just as we were on a line change. Williams a fan on it. Another puck skitters into the tight zone there. Ty with a save with a lot of traffic on him. Isaac chips it up to center ice and ties up to the task here early on. He's had a great season in net. Comes in with a 93% save percentage in 2 contests so far. And Armstrong, I said, Ty faced about 45 shots against Shakopee and had a nice game. That was the last time he touched the ice. We'll see how he looks the rest of this contest, as we haven't found a net yet. 7:03.00. Pitzel's going to take the draw. We'll have Soren and Sam Elder, Walter, and Nolan Haney. Sam gathers it off the ref skates. Looks to wheel it over to Soren. Soren back to Sam. Sam chips it towards the net. Comes back to Nolan. He loses the handle and resets himself. No panic by Nolan. Nice job there. Armstrong fires it into our zone and wheels all the way around the net. Pitzel picks it up behind Ty. Sends it up to Soren. Soren will chip it out, and Sam Elder's got it. Moves it up. Nice pass to Walter. Walter fighting through some action in front of the net. Armstrong escapes without any damage there. Here comes the wingers. A rink-wide pass. Can't connect. Walter up to Sam Elder. Sam Elder looking to probably get a change here. Ben Pitzel, there goes Sam, there goes Soren, there goes Walter. We change all four. Ben with some nice possession allowed the change to happen. Makes a couple of moves, looking for someone. Fires it out. Ben Taryn can't connect. He had a good shot there, got blocked. And Jake Horowitz will shoot it off the goalie's mask. And again, a lot of pressure here. No one seemed to be able to connect yet, find the twine. Armstrong wheels it out of the zone, and Isaac will recoup the puck. He'll send it rink wide to Sam Schwarzenegger. He'll fire it in off of a skate, no icing. Got lucky there. He was well beyond the red line and hit a Armstrong-Cooper skate. Puck stuck on the back of the net. Armstrong plays it up high off the boards, and Isaac does a nice job to quickly get a stick there. Armstrong finds Riley wide open. Hard shot, chip, just wide. Ben Taryn got a stick on it. Went just wide of Ty's blocker. And Jake Horowitz picks it up and has some open ice to work with. Jake with a lot of speed. On his backhand, turns around, wheels to the front of the net, and a beautiful pass to Jack Berry, and a great save by their goalie is Jake found Jack right in front of the net. Jack tried to bang it home, and a beautiful pad save by the Armstrong Wingers goalie. Both goalies looking really solid here to start the contest. Schwarzenegger battling there in front of the Armstrong net or bench. Just on sides, and Armstrong resettles. Oh, a tight contest so far. Isaac with a couple of moves. And they take away the puck as he comes in hard. He'll look to get back in his D spot. Ramsey with the shot point blank. Goalie can't find it. Puck is loose. Goalie had it, couldn't feel it in his pads, and we got away from there. Armstrong. Preston with a beautiful check. Nice physical check by Preston there, shoulder to shoulder. Connor with his head up ice. Can't connect with Preston, and Armstrong will fire it back behind Ty. So I thought about playing that one for a second. There's two wingers crashing down hard. Preston chips it up center ice. Ramsey will give a battle. Ramsey with a point-blank shot had a great opportunity. Fires it in front of the net. Oh, and Preston just can't get it to go. Another nice play. Armstrong doing a good job picking us up in front of their net. They'll be happy to fire up center ice. A play that almost got past us. Connor wheels it back around. Soren will resettle us a little bit here. He moves it up to Sam. He loses an edge. And Pitzel will swing behind Walter. Walter will step up, and Pitzel will cover for Walter as he brings it into the zone, makes a couple of moves, and couldn't get it all the way deep. Walter still with the puck, though. Nice hard shot. Oh, off the crossbar, and he can't get it to go. Walter snake bitten there. That's twice we've hit a post in this period. Looking forward to his mom to get back on the cast here. I think she's back either tomorrow or the next game. Beautiful play by Walter to circle all the way around the zone. And then he finds Iron. Walter looking really, really strong today. Comes back in the zone with the puck. Connor picks up the blue line, sends it deep, and Sam Elder will give chase to it. Just 2:30 left and pretty even first period. We've had the best of the chances here in the last 5 minutes. Just can't find one to go. Rink-wide pass goes off of Josh skates. They call it no icing, but it was clearly on that side of the red line. It should have been an ice. They get away with one there. Refs happy to keep the action moving. Schwarzenegger wheels behind Ty. Moves it up to Taryn. Taryn loses a handle. Jake will gather that, the high slot area, and lose a handle as well, and Armstrong will fire it back in behind Ty. Connor with his head up, looking to move the puck. He can't, they bottle him up on the sideboard. Puck comes over to Schwarzenegger, he tips it up, moves the handle. A little sloppy here, 1:45 remaining in the first period. Armstrong gets a shot, blocked by Ben Taryn. And then finally the puck comes out of the zone, and we're going to get a change here. Horowitz beats him. He's got a breakaway here. Oh, shot up off the padding and into the net. Back net. Jake had a great opportunity, fired it right at the goalie. Fired it right into his middle section. Makes it pretty easy to save it. Well, Jake's going to want that one back. Good try, nonetheless, as he broke down the ice and fired it right into the pad of the goalie. I think he was trying to find a 5-hole zone there, and the puck rose up on him a little bit. Got lots of chances. Armstrong's goalies look really nice so far. They just about break through the zone. Kyle with the save. Schwarzenegger rubs him off the puck. He looks to wheel it out of the Royal zone. He's able to do so. Chips it up to Ramsey. We got 1 minute remaining, first period. 1 minute. Puck skitters up. Sam's got a guy behind him. He's able to avoid that, but we're offsides as Ramsey was deep in the zone. And we'll drop that at center ice. Preston, Ramsey, and Wyatt at your forward positions. Puck flies into the Armstrong bench. Wyatt gathers a Preston wind draw, shoots it wide of the cage. Armstrong will wheel it up off the boards. Isaac steps up and pinches that one back in. Gotta be careful here with just 30 seconds left in the period. We don't want to get too deep and give him a mob man situation. Preston looks to bring it back in. Nice move at the blue line, makes a couple of moves. Gets his stick lifted and can't gather, and then pushes up the boards. Armstrong chips it up to Walter, center ice. Walter with his head up ice, puts a touch pass up to Soren. They can't connect it to Preston. And that'll be a icing off the board. Ty plays it with 3 seconds left. It looked like it might have been on net. And that's it for your first period. I'm going to go on mute. Goalies give each other a dap as both of them had a nice period. Shots currently read 6 to Hopkins, 5 to Armstrong. A lot of shots that we missed the net on. Hurt gathers it for Armstrong. Shoots it into Walter's pads. Chip it back up to Sam Elder. He plays it up to Ben Pitzel. Ben fights off a stick, and we got our 2-on-1 going the other way. Deep shot by Ben, saved by the goalie. Happy to get a shot there, looking for a rebound. Never a bad play there to get a hard low shot and try and gather a rebound. Hurt's feeling the pain of Walter on the boards here. Soren, nice play back to Isaac. Isaac walks it all the way in and gets stick checked. Ben with the opportunity on the side of the cage, can't get it connect. Just misses Soren. Walter will play it back in front of the net. Oh, he just needs Sam Elder's stick on the ice, and he could have got a nice tip there. Isaac plays it with the boot, keeps it in. Soren's got an opportunity, hard shot, well wide of the net, and they go up into the netting, and they'll come out of the zone. Well, they're going to say that it hit the boards first and then went out, so because it hit the boards and went out, then it dropped to the zone. Enjoying your off-kilter video at home. We got Jack on the draw with Jake. Jake on a breakaway earlier and had a great opportunity. Puck is won there by Royals. Connor with a deep shot right onto the goalie's chest. Nice win on the faceoff there by Jack. Right to Connor. Connor fired it in quickly and goalie gathered. Barry wins it again, right back to Connor. This time Connor settles it and then actually fanned on it. But a nice job of him to reset himself, get it over to Schwarzenegger, and he'll fire it in deep. Jack, nice 2 draws there, won both of those. Schwarzenegger stepped up, that puts a 2-on-1 going the other way. We'll have to hurry to come back. Shot hard and low on Ty. Ty easily plays that one into the boards. Otto for Armstrong gathers at the blue line. And Connor picks it back up. Hard stop, their Ty's right. We're a little bottled up here in our own zone. Here comes Horowitz, who's had a breakaway in this game. Makes some speed, 1-on-3. We'll happily dump it in. Nice job staying off the too many men as he didn't know that we were going to change and passed it over to his teammate who was getting off the bench, and we had another teammate getting off the ice, almost to too many men, similar to Armstrong earlier in the game. Both teams avoid that. We'll carry on. Just one penalty in the contest. As a reminder now, we do look for fair play points as we get into district play, which means got to stay out of the sin bin. Connor loses the handle in the snow in front of his own bench, and then will be offsides at the line. Now it comes to center ice. Captain wins that draw against Preston. Haney gathers, moves it over to Dieterman. Dieterman will play it up off the boards. He loses it. Rutzik gets in the way of that one. Tries to break it up. They make a move at the blue line. They're offsides here. So they reset themselves and get back on sides and chip it in deep to our zone. Armstrong gets tripped up. Haney will pick it up behind Ty. He'll wheel it up to Rutzik. Rutzik taps it up. Good try there on a breakout, just couldn't connect. And then nice job by Ramsey to get a stick on it, disrupt. Norgard fires it deep in. Isaac will wheel it around, take a look, head up ice. Nice job by Isaac to get it up to Wyatt. Wyatt can't get it up to the boards though to Preston, and we'll try again. Getting on the tail end of a long shift here, we'll need to punch it out of the zone on this long change and then get a change. The second period, both teams have the long change. They'll fire it in deep from Ty. Ty makes a couple of saves. Nice job by Ty there as the puck got disrupted, and then Ty made a great save. They'll wheel again. We desperately need a line change. Hits Preston's pads. Puck comes right out front of Ty. Another great stop by Ty. And Ty thankfully gets a hold, and we'll get a line change there. Ty had 2 really great saves in a row, right? Point blank. And with those beautiful saves, we stay 0-0. And we get a fresh line of skaters out there. You can see we were gassed, and Armstrong was able to change as they got in our offensive zone, and we were hemmed in deep there. Walter having a great game so far, comes in deep. Brings it in from his defensive position and muscles it behind the Armstrong-Cooper goalie. Pitzel coming in his deep position, leaves the guy open there. They're going to come down on a breakaway. We're going to need another stop by Ty. Off the post. This Ty had a good position there. They got under his pad, hit a post, and now both teams have seen a post. Pitzel quickly comes the other way. And he shoots it off the goalie's blocker, and end-to-end action here. Hopefully you're entertained at home. 2 very evenly matched teams. Soren dumps it in, and we'll get an offsides and a line change. Well, we've hit a crossbar and a post. They've hit a post. Nothing's found in the back of the net. It's still 0-0 here. 10:30 left, second period. All right, see if we can't resettle ourselves here. Hunter plays it off the boards up to Jake. Jake stick checks and fights his way down into the Armstrong zone. Armstrong-Cooper dumps it up to center ice. Just goes past the ref skates, and Connor circles behind Ty. Ty's water bottle falls off his net and lands on the ice behind the net. Haney goes past the fallen water bottle, fires it up the boards. Jack Barry's got it. He's going to go past that fallen water bottle. They fire it back in towards that same spot. A lot of action here. The water bottle hasn't been touched yet, though. That's quite impressive. Jack Barry, nice job getting it out of the zone. Jake Horowitz has got it. He loses the handle at center ice. Armstrong wheels back the other way. Connor plays it up to Taryn. Taryn gets it out of the zone. Jake, with all of his speed, is going to try and push it in deep in the Armstrong zone. Wheels off the boards with it. Puck lands in the body of an Armstrong player on the ice, fires it in, hits the same body. Jake tries to play it slot, can't connect. Dieterman looking for his first goal in the season was there. They sneak behind Nolan, and 14 Anderson comes in. Ty sticks that aside, no worries. .850 remaining here in period number 2. Jack Barry's got it, fires it around. The water bottle still hasn't. Well, finally got touched. Finally got touched after about 3 minutes. That's been entertaining me. Barry fights off a check right in front of us. Otto circles out of his zone. He'll have some speed. He breaks in on Ty. And Ty with another nice save and holds on. Ty sticks to the post there, gets a nice save, and fights off another opportunity by Otto, and they've been wheeling right past us here this period. Puck gets out of the zone. Ramsey's going to get a chase in a battle of the speed here. 62's got it, plays it up off the boards, and then they'll chip it right in front of our bench. Well, we've avoided a lot of calamity here this period. It's been all Armstrong in period number 2 as Isaac dips it around Armstrong, tries to move it in, a hard low shot, and finds a goal there. Shooter shoots. Hard work rewarded by Isaac. As I was just saying, man, we've avoided it, and somehow now we're up 1-0 in a game that could certainly be tilted the other way. All right, Isaac Nelson having a great season this year. Off to a strong start. Battles off 2 players, and similar to Jack Barry's goal against Blaine, the second goal, came down the right side, fired it up over off the goalie, and just kind of rolled off the pads and in. Pitzel on the draw. Soren up to task there. So far, a very fun game here on Saturday after Halloween. I would imagine half the boys on both teams had a sleepover, probably ate way too much candy. 11 deep shot blocked there by Sam Elder, gets his big stick on the action. Soren fights off a check. Ben's got it. Ben plays it out in front of the net. Walter's got it as he picks it up on the left blue of the line there. Left side of the blue line. Exactly halfway through the contest here on Saturday afternoon. Pitzel, nice play to Soren. Soren shoots it toward the goalie, and Armstrong again does a nice job getting a stick on that action in front of the slot.
Good checking.
Good battle ensues in the corner. Soren's fighting for it. Sam Elder in there leaning on it. Walter gets his big blade in the way, and then Ben gets a backhand on it. Puck skitters towards Armstrong goalie, and we're going to have a penalty on Armstrong, a hook. So we get a hooking call on Armstrong as we had a chance there. Armstrong's first penalty of the afternoon. We'll go on power play at 6:58 remaining second period. Flanagan didn't have enough flair there. He'll go into the box. Win the draw. Ramsey gets it back to Connor. Connor all the way over to Jacobson. Preston on this power play will fight over the corner and we'll bring it up around the glass. We'll have an opportunity here on the penalty kill. Ramsey fights off the puck. Could have went anyway on that one. It was close. Preston with the move in his own end. Liking to see this move this puck up on a power play. Easy shot for the goalie to stick aside. Ramsey, nice pass out back to Walter at the blue line. Walter looking to see if he can't find a way to move it in. Moves around number 42 nicely. Walter continues a nice game here. Ramsey comes in to win the puck out, and there it is, back to Walter. Walter with the deep shot on the goalie, hits our own pad, and Sam fires it across the net, and that net comes off again. Use the other post, boys. We got better posts. We have way better moorings. I'd love to see us use them in the hockey game. That net's come off a couple of times now. About 1 minute exhausted on the power play. Flanagan with not enough flair in the box for Armstrong-Cooper. If you know, you know. Flanagan, how many pieces of flair do you got on? Jack back to Isaac. Isaac tries to make a move around 35. Jack wisely picks it up, moves over to Ben, who's wide open on the right side. Hard shot right in the goalie's chest. Goalie holds. We'll go to 5-on-3 is Armstrong. Let's see what they're going to call here. Interference is the call, and strange call. Similar to the first call of the game. I don't think that's a penalty. And it'll be 5-on-3 for 45 seconds. Barry on the draw. Moves over to Soren. Soren back to Pitzel. Pitzel finds Jack wide open on the side of the cage. Jack can't connect. We got our speedy line out here. Jack, Isaac, Soren, Ben, Jake. All speed here. We got it right in front of that. Jake wide open. Shoots it right into the goalie again. He's got a couple of good opportunities in snake bitten here. And Armstrong fires it all the way down. We'll have 21 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Jake a little snake bitten here since the first game of the season. I feel like once he gets another one to go in, he'll just get on fire. Remains 1-0, 5:19 left. Period number 2. Exchange speed for speed as Jake comes out, Preston comes on. Isaac's got it in his skates. Goal scorer Isaac looks to find an outlet. Makes a couple of nice moves there. Comes walking in on the goalie and they get a stick on it. Goes up into the netting. Good effort there by Isaac. Only 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Then Flanagan will come onto the ice. Really like to see the boys find the net here in the next 10 seconds, and we'd still have a power play for 120. Jack back to Soren. Soren leaves it for Walter. Walter will walk it in. Deep shot on the goalie. Goalie gloves that or blockers that away. Flanagan's going to come back on the ice here. Soren's got it. Can't backhand it in. 5-on-4. And Armstrong avoids the calamity themselves with fighting off the 5-on-3. Walter loses the puck race there, wins it back though, and they'll look to spin it around Soren. Soren chips it up. Preston loses it at the blue line. Walter's got it now. He loses it in the snow behind the net and able to regather. If they hurry, it's a 5-on-3 the other way. We lose it though. Not enough puck movement on the power play. 71 at the end of his shift, gets muscle off of it. Jack plays it up the boards, and we're a little sloppy here on the tail end of the power play. We just not enough puck movement. We'll come back with a one-on-one the other way. Hustle back into the play, boys. There's Ramsey. He'll pick it up. And we made a call there on Ramsey. I'm not sure what the call is going to be on that one. Charging's the call. So Armstrong kills off a 5-on-3, a 5-on-4, and then immediately we find ourselves in the penalty box. The charging call with Ramsey, 3:40 left, second period. Gets lost in the feet there as Sam Eller tried to fight for it. Isaac tries to chip it out and slap it hard off the glass. Well wide of the net. He can't get it out. Defenseman picks it up for Armstrong, wheels it towards the net. Ty with the pad save. Was trying to look to hold on to that. Couldn't. Isaac plays it off the glass. Nice shot by Isaac. Makes a move at the blue line. Oh, had a 2-on-1 going and they broke that up. Nice job by Ben to fire deep into the zone. Pitzel gathers it. Otto, who had a great opportunity here just recently with a breakaway, hit the post. We'll get the icing waved off as it went through the feet of the wingers. They carelessly throw it away, and Ben will bottle it up in the zone and try and kill as much time as he can on the boards. Wingers pick it up and wheel it out. Schwarzenegger back there. They'll chip it all the way into the corner. Isaac looking to get his stick back. Kind of got sat on. Puck's right behind Ben. He doesn't see it. Then he gets a stick on it. And Armstrong will set up here finally on the power play. Puck goes off their own skates. Jack Barry comes out with speed. Just 35 seconds left on the penalty to Ramsey. Doran tries to battle him back in. And we'll gather here. Isaac trying to kill some time on the penalty. Wheels it down towards Ty, makes a nice move. Isaac continuing to have a great season here. Looking strong. We'll get it up to center ice here. Just 15 seconds left on that charging call to Ramsey. Soren battling right in front of us. They give it away to Sam. Sam plays it off his backhand, can't get it out. Preston wheels it all the way around. Now we're full strength as Ramsey hustles onto the ice, and it's 5-on-5 hockey for the 138. Armstrong well offside. 137 left, period number 2, 1-0. Tight game. Preston wins the draw. He moves that back to Nolan, who's been waiting a while to get on the ice here from all the penalties. Walter plays it off the boards to Flanagan. And we're offsides again at the line. See if we can't get a nice safety security net goal here in a tight game. Next one feels really, really, really important. It goes without saying. Flanagan chips it deep from his defenseman position. 71 will step back, as Flanagan tends to pinch in a lot. Preston loses it in front of Ty. Nolan can't get it out. Bottled in at the blue line there. Nolan back to Walter. Walter settles it to center ice to Preston, and still can't get it out of the zone. 1 minute remaining in period 2. 1 minute. Thank you. Preston with a nice body check in the corner. Got to get it out of the zone here, boys. And I think Preston going to get a call here. I didn't. Yep. Walter, 72, is getting a call. Charging for him as well. They win the draw. They go D to D, shoot it well wide of the net. And again, we got to find ourselves killing off a power play. Third time this game. Ringers find it again, cross ice to ice. They've had good success on those rink-wide passes today. Connor out there battling with Pitzel behind the net. Wingers get it up, and Soren's there with 18 seconds left. He's okay to just kind of kill some time. Sam moves it over to Ben. Ben puts it up to center ice. Wingers will try to get it in for one last opportunity here in period number 2. And they're not able to do so. So we'll have 1:12 left on Walter's second penalty of the game, a charge. 1:12 left on that penalty as we go into a very tight contest, third period, 1-0 Royals. Wings and the Royals fan base imploring both teams to get a goal here. The Wings dump it deep into our zone behind Ty. Boatman loses his footing there. The net's off. Yeah, that's why he was leaning against the net and it was way off. Had some problems with that net this game. Barry wins the draw, and Sam Elder chips it out of the zone. 50 seconds left on that charging call to Walter. Sam Elder sends it in deep. The wingers look to break out. They're not able to do so as Isaac will pick it up on the blue line, chip it back in off the backhand. It goes off the winger's head and into the netting. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off to the right of their tendy. Didn't see his teammate wide open at center ice. It could have been a breakaway. We got away from there. Does put some pressure back on us here. We try to battle it up against the boards with 20 seconds left on that penalty to Walter. They're behind tie with the puck. They're able to find 11. 11 moves it back to Norgard. Norgard with a deep shot. Tip can't get there. Shot goes wide of the net. They resettle the puck. They fan on a rolling puck. That'll do it to the penalty to Walter. Pressing with some speed, picks it up, gets tripped, and we'll get a penalty. So just like that, we'll go on the power play. Pressing gets tripped with an opportunity to go in on a breakaway. That could have been a penalty shot, but
no penalty shot on that?
That was close. Could have been.
Yeah, clear step on it.
Yeah. Close to a penalty shot. I think if he would have had one more step in there, it could have been. Sam Elder with Preston, Ramsey, Walter, and Connor. We win the draw back to Ramsey. Ramsey moves it onto his backhand. Armstrong steps up into the play. Connor disrupts it. And the choppy play here at the blue line. Connor tried to go for a body check. And then Sam Elder did. Walter settles in front of Ty with it. We need to get another guy to help there as we're on the power play. Nice job by Armstrong to put the pressure on here. Walter moves up to Preston, who drew that penalty. Preston having a nice contest today. Swings it wide. Armstrong gets a stick on that shot attempt. Sam Elder moves it back to Ramsey. Ramsey shoots it into the pad of Armstrong. Ty plays it back to Connor in the corner. Connor sets it up to Ramsey. Ramsey with the man on, chips it over to the other side, but then Thames got it. Deep shot, fell wide of the net. And we just can't seem to get any momentum here with 1 minute gone already in this power play. Just loses the foot. Sam Elder moves it up to Ben. Ben's got Ramsey. And we got a penalty behind the play. Connor gets a penalty. Coincidental penalty, actually. It's in both of them. A little fighting on the boards here. Unfortunate timing as we were breaking the other way with a 2-on-1. Puck will be dropped in their zone. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Connor will be eligible to come on the ice to 10:30 first whistle after that. Barry on the draw, Ben with the shot, puck's loose in front of the net. A great tip there in front of the net. We couldn't get it to go, and their goalie's up to the task there. We're still on the power play for 37 seconds. Isaac's trying to get his second of the game, can't. And they'll chip it up over to Ben. Ben, who had a great play there off the get-go. Soren with the wheeled shot, way wide of the net. Jackhand Corral. Hertz got it. Pitzel picks it up off a Hertz stick. We only got 18 seconds left on that power play. Ben can't connect with Jake. Jack stick checks him at center ice. And they fired in off Isaac's pad. A weird shot on the tie came in from deep. A fluttering butterfly puck that makes any goalie dad nervous. Soren plays it off the boards to Isaac, and the wings are full strength. And we'll see if both teams can play some 5-on-5 hockey for a bit now. Isaac with a continued effort here. A lot of speed comes in on the goalie. Hard low shot. Rebound sitting out there. No one able to pick it up. Nice job by Isaac to recognize he could beat that defenseman and skates it hard into the zone. Wingers win the draw. They fired all the way around the boards. Haney breaks that up as he pinches nicely. Preston battling for it. Try to slide over to Ramsey and they couldn't connect. The guy on the puck there is they got two wings on it. Puck finds its way over the blue line. Haney breaks it up. And Schwarzenegger will pick it up at center ice. He dumps it in deep. And we'll regroup here. Flanagan's going to pick it up for the wings. Fired all the way around to Sam. Sam with his skate on the puck. Nice job there. Keeps it in. Goes up to Preston. Otto for the wings plays it off the inboards. They chip it out all the way past center ice. We got a race to the puck. Nolan was going hard. Finally, Nolan recognized that he was going to get beat to the puck and found an extra here. Peterman down there. Otto with a deep opportunity, deep shot on top, and bring it right into his mouth. .15 remaining in period number 3. Pitzel on the draw. You can't win that one as the Wings pick it up and fire it behind Ty, and it rings around for Walter to grab and gather. Moves it up to Elder, and it hits a skate coming out of the zone and stays in. We're bottled up in our zone here a little bit. Walter will try again. Looking for somebody to move the puck to. There it pops out to Elder in front of his own bench. And it skies up into the neutral zone. Pitzel will try to corral and see if he can't settle us down a little bit. Ooh, they dangerously throw it in front of their own goalie, and that was a nerve-wracking play for the Wings parents. Isaac moves it up to Pitzel. Pitzel on his backhand is going to be offsides as he got dragged into the zone there by the Wings player. And if you're not warm at the pavilion, you're not living. It might be the world's hottest rink for the parents when they turn these heaters on. I'm going to wear a muscle tee and a Speedo at the next game. It's so hot in here. I feel like we're at a pool. Barry on the draw. I'm sure the moms at home would love to see that. Connor wings it around the Armstrong Wings goalie, who's had a nice contest himself. Jake's got it. His opportunity comes back in front of the goalie, and they, again, bottle us up in front of the net. All collide in front of the slot. Jake plays it up as he chips it off the glass. Wings with some time, look to move it out of their zone. Josh just had a nice game for the Wings, brings it up in front of our own bench. Finds a teammate, and then nice job by Connor to disrupt that. Jack wheels behind Ty. He'll come out with some speed. He's got an opportunity to bust it all the way down on the wing zone. Loses a handle, but Jake's there to pick it up. Jake loses it as well, and then they fire it out of the zone. Connor will grab that in front of Hurt.
Come on, Trinity!
Connor makes a move around Hurt, around Wolf, and around Just, and comes down the other way. Beats his fourth player, see if he can beat his fifth, the goalie. Oh, he just shoots it wide. Nice opportunity by Connor, a good individual effort there. Jack fires a deep shot toward the net, and that gets bottled up. Wings play it off the boards, and it's on edge as it rolls past our own bench. Jack Berry's going to gather it and play it around Ty to Connor. Jack, the beautiful check by Jack, the best check of the game, puts his shoulder onto Proki and just drove him to the ice. Beautiful check by Jack, the best one I've seen yet this contest. That's how you draw it up at home, and then the same guy that laid the body has got the puck all the way down in the zone. He'll get off for a change. Ramsey comes on, Isaac comes on, Nolan Haney comes on, Preston comes on the ice with Wyatt, so fresh skaters for your Royals. And we're going to get just barely an icing. That was close. Exactly halfway through the third period. 7:30 left, 14 minutes on the hour clock. No worries to get this full contest in at this rate. A lot of end-to-end action. The captain for the Wings will take the draw against Preston, and he's able to win it. They play it off the boards back to Isaac. Isaac chips it in, just barely keeps it in the zone. And they got a guy behind us here. Dangerous play. Puck is rolling. He settles it. Shoots it on Ty. Ty with a nice save and another pad save. They reel it out front. Puck's still loose. We got to clear it out, boys. Net is off again. We have different posts. I don't know why they don't use them. We have different pegs that are supposed to be for the games. They're yellow, like big, thick ones, and they didn't put them in. That net is off all of the time. That was better than the Zamboni that was on the ice. You can tell it's barely in. Like both goalies have knocked it off, but barely leaning on it. Well, we dodged another bullet there, as they had a couple of really point-blank shots on Ty. They have another opportunity. Ty with a quick pad save as they won the draw and got another quick shot on Ty, and he was up to that one. Soren chips it out to center ice, and we'll see if we can't resettle ourselves down a little bit after a ton of Wings pressure. Wings get it, and they're offsides at the line by a foot easily, and they get away with it a little bit there. A lot of hands came up in the air on that, but that's not a big deal as Pitzel's got it now. He'll fire a deep shot on the goalie. No problem for him to glove it with his left glove, snatches it out of the air. Another tight contest for your Hopkins Royals. Every game we've played this year has been a tight one, with the exception of the first game of the year. Yeah. I was just informed the Gophers are winning 10-7 in the middle of the third quarter. I said, who cares at this point, after they got murdered by Iowa, and Floyd or Rosedale stayed down in Iowa. My dad's here. His name is on the plaque if you come in. Ray Boatman, he was working for the city of Hopkins when they built the pavilion. Here comes the Wings. Center ice. Ben tries to put him up. Walter lifts his stick. Ben can't get it over the blue line. Hard shot gets blocked by Jack. That was coming in on Ty. Wings settle it behind the net, and Jack is there to push it to Schwarzenegger. Battling hard to try and get it out of our zone. We're able to do so, and we got a 2-on-1 if we hurry. The Wings disrupt that. Jack is not going to be able to get it in. Jake was just slightly offsides. That will take a high stick. They got away with one. Flanagan used his stick as flare that time and pushed Jack with his stick up in his neck to the boards, offsides. Preston wins the draw. Connor happy to fire it in. It goes off a stanchion and comes out in front of the Armstrong-Cooper net. Wyatt gives chase in the corner. Preston wings it out in front of the net. And Ramsey's able to break up an outlet pass. Wyatt tries to put pressure on. Preston's there. Connor moves it back in over the blue line. They pick it up quickly and they'll come the other way with some speed. Morgard loses it right in front of us. We got two on the puck, and Williams picks it up, fires it all the way around Ty behind the net. Nolan picks it up, tries to play it off the boards, can't. Still can't get it out. Deep shot on Ty, glove saved by Ty, and with 5:03 remaining, another tight contest. We get a fresh line of skaters out there. Pitzel on the draw. You'll have Soren and Sam Elder at his side. Our fast but smaller set of defensemen, Schwarzenegger and Isaac, will be out there, and Ben will just happily chip it out of the zone with 4:55 remaining in the contest. Armstrong with the deep shot down on Ty. He's going to play it and hold it there. We'll settle for a face-off at this point in the game. Don't want to take any risks on those long ones. Felly on the draw against Pitzel. Pitzel brings it around Ty, tries to get up to Sam, but no one home there. They skate it back in the zone. And they jam us up with the breezers on the inboards. Ben tried to shoot out, hit their breezers. A lot of snow at this level at this point in the game. High stick, nope, wave it off. Soren tries to play up center ice. He's able to hit Sam Elder on a beautiful outlet pass. Elder gets it in deep into the wing zone. As I was saying, there's a lot of snow on the ice in a Bantam B game at 15 minutes. It's tough that we don't get a Zamboni in districts. We'd like it. As they battle through the snow themselves here, and it hits more snow in front of our bench. Sam plays it back up off the boards. Sam Elder gets it, chips it up down the ice, and there'll be no icing there as that won't reach the inline with all the snow on the ice. 4 minutes remaining in a period 3 that's been really both ways. This one could go any ways, folks. Dungan's got it. Deep shot on Ty. Ty with the stick tie to save into the corner. Puck bouncing in front of Ty. They pick it up. Another beautiful pad save as a puck skipped up over our stick, and then Ty put his pad on that one. A lot of pressure here by the wings on our zone, and we'll try to get it out. We can. Norgard's great play at the blue line. And finally we push it over the blue line. We're on a change. They catch us on a change here. Now with the shot into our pads, blocked by Isaac, and Isaac with another continuing strong performance here. Isaac will get off the ice after his nice shift. Walter comes on with Connor and shoots it up over the net as we almost got caught in an awkward change there. They had beaten Ty. If they hit the net there, they shot up over the net and we catch a break as Ty was beat on that one. Jake comes the other way as they're willing to put a lot of pressure in our offensive zone with 2:50 remaining in the third period. Ben puts the body on that and the wings bring it up. Step up, Walter. Don't give him space. He's able to step up a couple of times. They shoot on Ty and just miss the edge of the net. Jake Horowitz pushes it out of the zone. Gets his stick lifted. Keeps fights off a body check. He's going to have another opportunity here. Just shoots it wide of the net. He had that side open and couldn't connect. Got to get back, guys. No reason to put on the offensive pressure now. Might want to bottle him deep, but let's not get ourselves caught on an odd man here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in period number 3. Puck gets stalled out on the boards and then finally gets shaken loose. 2 minutes remaining, period number 3. Horowitz backhands it into the goaltender and he'll get a save there. Hold on to it. Horowitz will get a change. Ramsey will come on. Isaac will get another chance and Nolan will come on the ice. Wyatt, Preston, and Ramsey out there with Isaac and Nolan. Wings chip it up to Nolan's feet. Nolan pinching there to keep it in. Preston with a deep shot goes just wide of the net. Again, don't let him get behind us on a floater. Want to play a little bit conservative here with 1:40 remaining in period number 3. Wyatt puts the body on the wings in the corner. Nolan steps up to disrupt it, and Ramsey with a deep shot on net. Goalie will get a hold. And we'll see if we can get a change here. We'll bring Walter on. Sam Scorchentrooper will come on. We get 5 fresh skaters. Good idea, Coach. I love the fast, quick shifts. Pitzel will get an opportunity here, another draw. Soren wins that over to Soren, our captain this season. Elder comes over to disrupt it, and Pitzel being wise to kind of step back in a conservative nature here. Stays at the blue line. Sam kind of gets pulled down this late in the game, no penalty. Soren chips it back into the wing zone. We're playing a little bit of a trap here as we're not willing to maybe pinch too much here. It's just 1 minute left, 1:05 left here in period number 3. Wings finally chip it out to center ice. And they'll pull their goaltender, so it'll be 6-on-5 here, the remaining 54 seconds. Wings settle the puck. They get up to center ice, and the Wings fans are imploring them to move it down the rink. They're offsides at the line, and I didn't see the hand come up. I said they're offsides, and thankfully the ref saw the same thing I did. He's in a better position than I am. Exactly 44.4 seconds here in period number 3. Preston, Jack Berry, Jake. Walter will stay out with Scorchentrooper. And a a court faceoff is won by the wings, so get it into our zone, and then nicely done by Sam to bottle them back up. They lose the handle, and Jake plays it up to center ice, and the Jack skates. Jack 1-on-4 here, gets it on his backhand, can't get it on the net. Tries to chip it in deep. Want to play conservative here, boys. This is trying to keep them from scoring. They lose it. Jake's got it. He loses it. Perry's got it. Perry with the move. Fighting off a check. Gets drawn down. No call. And they fire it down for an ice. And the refs kind of pocketed the whistle, which they showed a very even game here. 8.3 seconds left in period number 3. Armstrong forced to put their goaltender back in with 8 seconds left and a draw down in their defensive zone. Pitzel will be out there with Barry on the draw, Preston, Isaac, and Connor. A lot of speed here with 8 seconds remaining. Ben wins the draw. Preston's got it in his feet. And that'll just about do it here, folks. For the second time this season, Ty gets a 1-0 shutout. And a great defensive effort by the boys today. So Ty's second 1-0 shutout on the season. Congrats to him and the Royals on winning their first district game of the year. Good to get off to a big start. We got another game tomorrow night, and we'll see if Luke can keep that shutout streak going. And I like our chances. Luke having a good season so far as well. Congrats to both teams. That was a fun game Saturday after Halloween.